All right, welcome to The Explainer. So let's talk about something that comes up a lot when you're doing any kind of self-observation or meditation. When you actually look inside your own mind, what is it that's doing the looking? This is one of those questions that can really trip you up, and if you get stuck on it, that doubt can actually become a huge distraction from your practice. So let's dive in and see if we can clear this up.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with why this is such a common dilemma. Then we'll define the two big players here, consciousness and mindfulness. After that, we'll climb this amazing ladder of deeper knowing, all the way to the top. And finally, we'll find out where the real answer to our question is hiding.
Right. So why should you even care about this question? Well, it's not just some philosophical head-scratcher. If you leave this doubt just hanging around, it can actually become a real hurdle on your path.
It's like this. You get stuck in this loop, right? The more you try to figure out who's doing the seeing, the more you just stir up your mind, and that pulls you right out of the actual practice of seeing. So let's bring some clarity here.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning, the most basic, fundamental level of knowing. In the original teachings of the Buddha, this has a name, Viññāna, or, consciousness.
The best way to think about Viññāna is like a security camera. It's just on. It automatically records whatever passes in front of it. It is not trying to look at anything. A sight appears and it knows sight. A sound happens, it knows sound. When the thing is gone, the knowing is gone. It's totally passive.
Okay, so if Viññāna is just the passive camera, what about Sati, or mindfulness? This is where things get really interesting.
And this is the absolute key difference. If Viññāna is the camera, Sati is the security guard. Sati is the one who says, hey, what's that over there? And intentionally points the camera to get a better look. It's an active faculty, something you can actually train and cultivate. And because Sati is active and can be trained, it does more than just see something once. It starts to learn. It remembers. Oh, I've seen that thought pattern before. It recognizes the specific feeling of joy or sadness. This is where real insight starts to bubble up.
But it doesn't stop there. Sati is really just the foundation. Think of it like the first step on a ladder that takes you to a much, much deeper kind of understanding.
Yeah, it's this amazing progression. First you have Vijja. That's the learning part. That then blossoms into Panya, which is wisdom. And from there, it can deepen into Jnana, a really profound, all-encompassing insight. Let's break each of those down real quick. Okay, so imagine Sati. Your mindfulness is holding a sensation in awareness. Let's say it's a tightness right in your chest. Vijja is the process that's happening right then that goes, okay, I recognize this. This is anxiety. It's the mind actively learning and labeling what Sati is holding. Then you get to Panya, and wow, this is a whole other level. This isn't just about labeling the anxiety. This is about seeing it so clearly, understanding its nature, that it comes and it goes, that it isn't really you, so completely that you're actually ready to release it, to just let go of the clinging. So we've climbed pretty high up this ladder of knowing, right? But according to the original teachings of the Buddha, there's a level that goes beyond all of this. It's the absolute peak of the path.
And this is described as, well, the ultimate state of knowing, a complete and total awakening. We're not talking about just having an insight about reality anymore. This is the direct, unshakable experience of reality. It's the final destination of the whole practice. Okay, so let's bring it all the way back to where we started, that pesky question. If you're sitting there, practice stalled, wondering if it's consciousness or mindfulness that's doing the seeing, what are you supposed to do? Well, here's the crucial point. The answer you're looking for, you're not going to find it by thinking harder. You just can't. Some answers have to be experienced directly. It's about shifting your whole approach away from your intellect. And the advice that comes from this is so simple, but honestly so profound. Just trust the process. Let go of the need to figure it out right now. Just keep practicing. Keep observing. That clarity you're searching for, it'll show up on its own, not because you found a neat concept in your head, but because you experienced it for yourself. So, what we've talked about today is really just a map, but the actual territory, that's your own inner world. So maybe the next time you look inside, you can start to notice these different kinds of knowing for yourself. In fact, what have you already noticed in there?